There is a massive explosion of capital getting ready to be injected into the crypto space on a zoomed out macro scale. Crypto is growing, and it's growing fast. But on a day-to-day basis, as crypto holders, you and I are exposed to emotional, volatile headlines that pull us in, that encourage us to zoom in on the charts and get wrapped up in all the noise. But one thing becomes more and more clear as we hold that crypto. Zooming out on the charts is how you win in this space. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Let's jump into the video. Floodgates of capital. I like that. Floodgates of capital. Crypto is braced for $21 trillion boom. That's on a macro perspective. That's a macro scale. This video, what I'm talking about here, is the most important, essential part, ingredient of winning in crypto. Last week, America's largest crypto exchange, Coinbase, announced a partnership with Blackrock, the biggest asset manager in the world, to bring Bitcoin to institutional investors at scale. Dan Tapiero, the founder of 10T, a near $1 billion crypto fund, predicted that Blackrock will open the floodgates of capital into crypto and push its price into seven figures. Here's the tweet, and he tweeted a chart along with it. Chart that got Blackrock excited about partnership with Coinbase. Everybody, one thing is clear. Crypto's been around for years, but we are still early. And there are so many data points, so many that suggest that. This is one. Adoption of technology in the US, 1900 to the present. We've got everything on here. Telephone, electricity, air travel, PC, MP3 players, radio, credit card, and there's Bitcoin. Do you see Bitcoin in the bottom right? Do you see how early we are? That trajectory, that growth just now starting. And interesting to note that when we zoom out on a Bitcoin chart, it seems like it's just been so crazy thus far, and it has. But even so, everything you see here, this entire timeline of growth for Bitcoin, still marks what is the beginning. And so it's an important data point to track things like this, the adoption of technology. No bigger macro opportunity for BlackRock than acting to facilitate Bitcoin adoption. 5% shift in BlackRock assets is $500 billion, greater than Bitcoin value today. Catalyst for a path to 250,000 post-Bitcoin halving becoming clear. And so it is, the Bitcoin halving in 2024. The countdown, second by second, we are getting closer to it happening. So he is mentioning, Dan is mentioning, a $250,000 Bitcoin post the 2024 halving. And you see that here on the chart, this white line, 2024 halving. So somewhere post that halving, a $4 to $5 trillion market cap for Bitcoin alone. For context, gold has an $11 trillion market cap. Crypto as a whole sits around $1 trillion. Again, another fine piece of data that illustrates how early we are. And so we go back to this Bitcoin chart and we say, okay, is that realistic? From even a technical analysis perspective, is it realistic? And we get our bars pattern, and we can just take the bars pattern from the previous bull market high all the way to the all-time high most previously, and that entire cycle going through the halving of 2020, and we can just bring it over here from that all-time high and just kind of chart it. And the velocity, the speed, everything, this isn't going to be a perfect reflection, but it gives us a sense in terms of cycles where we are in this cycle. And we very much know we're in a bear market. And this is the key to it all. In the bear market is when we are bombarded with the crazy, negative, fear-driven headlines. And if you're not zooming out on the charts, and if you're on a day-to-day, hour-by-hour basis, living in that bubble of emotional headlines and the volatility that comes along with that, and the indecision and fear that comes along with that, you're going to have a mighty hard time winning in this space. So here we are. For context, Bitcoin forming its bottom, crypto forming its bottom. This article goes on to make a very good point. Let's look at what this partnership actually means. In short, Coinbase will provide BlackRock's Aladdin clients with direct access to Bitcoin. For the first time, most institutional investors will be able to hold, trade, and broker the actual cryptocurrency instead of derivative instruments. But while coming on Aladdin theoretically opens a door to trillions of institutional dollars, Bitcoin's sluggish reaction hints that big investors won't rush to back up the truck on crypto, especially in light of recent events. They won't rush to back up the truck on crypto just yet. And that is the most important piece. Bitcoin right now in this bear market, we as a whole, traditional markets, equity markets right now, extremely indecisive. There's still yet to be seen if there's going to be more consolidation to the downside. What will happen with inflation? What will happen with rising interest rates? We have to cool off. We have to let this chapter of the story play out, and we have to let the macro consolidation phase, the cooling off phase, we have to let it happen. And that's what's happening. It just takes some time. But when you zoom out on a weekly Bitcoin chart here, that's all we need is some time. And we are right in the middle of a cycle as usual, and we seem on time. So $250,000 Bitcoin 2025, potentially in play, very much in play. Ethereum, and I didn't put this for, this isn't in 2022, but $8,200 Ethereum for context, $1 trillion market cap for Ethereum. Something like Cardano, $31 ADA, so $1 trillion Cardano. These blue chip coins, these big cryptos, multiple, are going to be, in my view, in my opinion, at $1 trillion market cap. And it's things like this happening right now, that is going to trigger that event. All the while, for some context, right now, I just saw this tweet today, the number of addresses that hold at least one Bitcoin hits a new all-time high at 893,000 addresses. So it becomes clear once again, through all of these data points, people are accumulating Bitcoin. People that are zoomed out on the charts, that get the bigger picture, are accumulating. And this isn't financial advice, but I think the opportunity is all around us. We just have to be patient. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the subscribe, hit that like button, everybody. I appreciate you coming by. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.